5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is the Matrix?
Start me from the top, man.
Maybe it's the weed got me. Maybe it's these trees got me. Maybe it's these hoes got me. Maybe it's this stroll that got me. Maybe it's these clothes got me. Maybe it's these laws got me. Maybe it's my dogs got me. Maybe it's these bras got me. Maybe it's this man that got me. Maybe it's my clan that got me. Maybe it's my fam that got me. My plans. The Matrix.
When I wake up in the morning, I wake up in the morning, putting my read in my Bible paper. Lord, I can see him later. Middle finger up, always screaming, fuck a hater. Chewing on them suckers like annihilator. No hip hop, this ain't rock and roll. This is real music, pop like your soul.
Welcome to the Matrix University. I'm your host, Jason Elm Street Williams, and today we're going to get into the AI virtual reality takeover. So today, Elon Musk, we're going to break down Elon Musk and the robot takeover. We're going to talk about the Blythe geoglyphs, the only geoglyphs found in the United States, found in Riverside County. We're going to talk about the movie Artificial Intelligence. Is Elon Musk an alien? Sex robots, iRobot, and Tesla. The movie Total Recall, y'all. Human robots. And do you guys remember the TV show Small Wonder with Vicky the Robot? And then also, we're going to talk about the Salton Sea in Riverside County, California. And they found over $500 billion worth of lithium in Riverside County. Is that connected to the Tesla building of electronic vehicles in California? Because they have, basically, they don't have to go to Africa now. They can go to the Salton Sea. So we're going to talk about all these things today. What is the Matrix TV? Jason Elm Street Williams, master of the universe. We have guests tonight. Let's start with a quick video, y'all.
Already.
Welcome to the world-famous King Tut Museum. Be sure to respect the ancient relics. The ancient Egyptians were a magical people who built numerous beautiful, magnificent structures, like the world-famous pyramids and temples. No running inside. Scientists till this very day still do not know how the Egyptians built the pyramids.
I wonder, did aliens ever visit ancient Egypt?
Wow, look at that giant Egyptian statue. It looks just like you, Jason.
Thanks, Toby. You're a super cool friend. Imagine what the world would look like if I was the pharaoh.
Jason, you are daydreaming. Wake up.
Sorry, history got away from me.
Peace. So let's get right to it, Murdoc. Let's throw up one of those pictures with the Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, where's he at?
I can't see you guys.
I know you didn't invite us on yet.
Okay.
We're waiting.
Well, usually I see you guys on the screen. But yeah, let's introduce Lana the Goddess. What's good with you? And Murdoc. Oh, so this is Murdoc, y'all. We're live. I don't know why they did that to me. But for those watching, if you guys do need your podcast done or film, Murdoc's your person to hit up. So, Lana, introduce yourself real quick before we get the show.
Hey, everybody. It's good to see you all. Peace and love and harmony. It's been a long week since the last time we saw each other. It's been a lot going on. So I'm looking forward. Look, I got my notebook ready to go, ready to jot down some notes. So thanks for having me as your guest here on your show.
Always, goddess. So let's pop up some pictures to get it rolling because I have a lot of questions. And here we go. You guys see on the news all these other distractions, but we just experienced a robot rollout with Elon Musk. He says, I keep saying I'm an alien, but no one believes me. We will have people on Mars within 10 years. So let's go to the next picture with Elon Musk and the robots. Here we go. You can have your own C3, R2D2. Eventually, they are going to have sex robots because eventually the goal is to replace the family structure and humans, and also to make us transhuman, to where they fuse humans with robots and then eventually create cyborgs. So this is why Elon Musk is talking about the Neuralink, to download people's thoughts through the computer and put it in the cloud system so they could control basically everybody. And then once again, when you see the robots, you've seen the movie RoboCop, you've seen the movie iRobot, you've seen all the different scenarios that you see playing out right now. So when they have the ability to control the electronic cars, once again, they can control your destination. They can control your travel. And then also they can shut down the cars. And then that's when you start learning about the robots. So you guys imagine COVID. Now imagine thousands of robots in place on every corner. That's a realistic thing that can really happen that they clearly already have trained. So let's get into one of those pictures where it shows the iRobot in Tesla, and we're going to see predictive programming that they show you in Hollywood right here. Now, when you guys see the movie iRobot, when Will Smith is in the getting chased in the tunnel, all the robots pop out. Coincidentally, Elon Musk pops out of the same exact thing. We already know because we're going to show you guys the Chinese factories that they're displaying the humanoid robots, and then we're also going to get into the show Westworld. There's a show called Westworld that I want everybody to watch on HBO. Watch it from season 1. To me, that's exactly what we're living in. We're living in Westworld. And then I asked the question, are we robots that have been programmed? And now we're realizing that we can reprogram ourselves. And once we reprogram ourselves, we can step into a new light, a new way of thinking, a brighter day. Because the more we become intelligent and privy to information like ancient history, and then we see what's going on in the world, and then we plug it into ancient civilizations, when we start learning the secrets of the human reset, now we start learning that the so-called past wasn't hunter and gatherers, it was advanced. So now the question is going to start coming up, did we already build robots before? So did someone build us? And then is this just an avatar? Is this just a spacesuit and you're interjecting your own consciousness or soul, they call it, spirit, into this body to make it move? Or are you in a computer game right now that we call the Matrix, and you actually can program possibly your experiences and all these things, but someone's messing with the video game? And,
I like that idea better.
So it's like as if they're trying to control our destiny. So with the robots and AI, now they're telling us what to think again. They're controlling us on a massive level, even like Lana will get into with the foods. So, how do you feel with the robots, family structure, and everything that's going on right now surrounding Elon Musk?
Oh, you mean as far as the robots coming in and they'll be able to do everything? They can like babysit, they can cook, they can help your kids with their homework. Like literally, they can do everything. That's intrusive to me. I don't know if I like that or not. Um, but on the flip side, I thought about it. Now, AI could work to your advantage just as long as I think we don't give it too much leverage. Like a lot of people are afraid of AI coming here because of its takeover. But I think if people allow that robot in their home and then they allow the robot to take over, then AI will take over. If that makes any sense. But if we use it for what it's supposed to be used for, like this is a robot. You know what I mean? Like it's a robot. The cars, those are robots. So they're essentially making them to where they actually have legs now. Versus before they have wheels. So now they have legs and they're able to come in your home. Right now they're plugged out outside in your driveway, but now they're making it to where they have legs and they're in your home. So they're everywhere. They're on they're your laptop, they're your phone, they're walk. That's too much. That's too much.
It's almost like we're being set up for surveillance.
Yeah,
You know?
it's too much.
So that's interesting. They were talking about social credit controlling people's money. So now we think about the digital currency. You know, if you could control people's money now and wipe it out and then control their travel destination, this is once again, this is where they're about to change the wealth gap, y'all. This is what they've been saying with there'll be no middle class. There'll just be the wealthy and basically the poor, and there's going to have to be some type of, like they're saying, walls in districts, because you see how they're putting the food, they're poisoning the food, but the wealthier you are, you have access to better food. So this for me is clearly a human lockdown, and once again why it's imperative to really end racism, because the next thing is you're going to be looking at someone and you're going to ask them, are they human?
Right.
You know?
I do that right now when I go places. I watch people. I want to see if they're gonna like get stuck, if they're NPCs. I want to see if they're real, like for real. And I've even pinpointed a few of them at these stores. I'm like, that person's not real. They are amongst us. It's not like they just got rolled out as of late. They've been amongst us, sprinkled in here and there. People think I'm crazy, but you just got to pay attention, observe, human behavior. If it's not like us, then clearly they're not us. But my primary concern about all these robots and everything getting plugged in is radiation. It's like having a bunch of microwaves in your house. I mean, there's radiation, they're electrical. So it's like, like you have to plug your car in to your house, and now you have a robot. They have to be plugged in. Now you have your laptop, you have your cell phone. That's a lot of radiation in one house. So something to think about, before we run out and grab a robot for under 30,000.
Wow, and that could link it to the 5G that everyone
Mm-hmm.
was talking about last time, because that is just a bombardment of electrical frequencies that we cannot pick up, but they're there. Once again, y'all picked up a new book. The
Ooh.
AI plans to take over all of humanity's souls forever. They were linking it to the metaverse, the health passport, surveillance, biometrics, BMI, NFTs, 5G, 6G, carbon credit, social credit, Web 3.0, AR, VR, blockchain. Those top two I have to learn, CBDC, and it's all connected to food, water, shelter, medicine, energy, physical goods and services. And so you were just saying that it's interesting. I finally realized that people are prisoners of their phone. That's why they are called cell phones. So now y'all look at that. Everyone is already linked in. That's
And it's
why.
also your cell phone. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Um,
go
your
ahead.
Your cell phone represents every cell in your body. So every cell that there's trillions of cells that are produced every single day, right? That's why they say today's a new day, because your body produces new cells. Well, each of those cells are little versions of you. They have brains, they have stomachs, they have literally. So can you imagine? That's where they got the idea of a cell phone. That's why it's small, and but yet it's mighty. It carries so much information. It represents the cells that are within our body, millions and trillions of cells that we have in our body.
I definitely agree. Can we put on that picture with Small Wonder, Vicky the Robot, Murdoc?
It's a small
It's a
wonder.
small wonder.
You can't tell me you don't remember that card, that show.
A girl like other girl. She's made of plastic, microchips here and there.
I don't know the
So
word.
yeah, so that lets you know that they've been rolled out, like the goddess said. It's clear they walk amongst us the whole time. You're gonna find out that some of your presidents, your celebrities, some of your principals that you had, some of your teachers that you've had are intelligent robots. You're also eventually going to learn that extraterrestrials walk around you in human suits. Literally, they have to give you a slow rollout to the reality that's already in front of you. Who's right there? That's someone's phone ringing?
Yeah. Say hello.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Peace and love, brother. How you doing?
Yeah.
I'm well. Just tapping in, man.
Oh, brother, introduce yourself. Let us know where you're coming from.
Well, my name is Judah. I know
Oh,
you, man.
how you
I'm
been,
coming
yo?
from Killeen, Texas. And like I
Mm.
said, just tapping in, man.
I hear you. Have anything to add to the conversation? Have you been here in the build?
I have not. I cannot lie about it, man.
Right now, do you remember the show Small Wonder with Vicky the Robot, the little girl who was a robot right there?
Very vaguely as a kid.
So we're on that topic. We're talking about Elon Musk and the possible robot takeover with artificial intelligence connected to digital currency, connecting it to the Tesla vehicles, being able to control people through electrical vehicles. In movies like I, Robot that gave us warnings of certain robot takeovers, movies like RoboCop. So where do you feel everything is going with artificial intelligence and robots?
Dang.
You there?
I think I'm missing you on the connection, brother.
Oh man. We can hear you now.
Sorry about it. I'm in a hotel. Yeah, my apologies, brother.
It's all good.
Let's see if I can move to a different space. Yeah, I'm currently in Kentucky, man.
I feel you. Yeah, your connection's bad, bro. We're gonna have to move it on with the show. Let's get back to Elon Musk and the aliens, since we were getting on the human spacesuits and how they walk amongst us. So Elon, I see the word L. Let's learn, we could talk about the L's.
Elohim.
The Elohim, the L's, the Bays, the Days, the Alis. I see Mu, Lumeria, Mu. So when you guys learn about Mu and the ancient civilization of Mu, I want everybody to look that up listening. Look up the island of Mu, M-U, or the ancient civilization of Mu, M-U, and also look up Lumeria. So right there, within his name, is talking about extraterrestrials. And those of us who understand that we were able to build intelligent robots back in the day, I question who are the human or who are the human robots that we made? Because that's the whole Yakub story coming again. If you guys learn about that, where more scientists took our DNA and mixed our DNA with certain what they would call hominids or animals here and created a new type of being. And those beings eventually were sent to the caves, which they would call the ancient robots, because the mad scientist that made them, they went crazy. He couldn't handle it. So he banished the troglodytes to the caves, just like in iRobot. They banished them to the warehouses. They banished them to hell. So they banished them to the caves, and eventually someone let them out back into humanity, and we attempted to teach the robots that a mad scientist had built how to come into civilization. And in order for them to learn, we had to give them what we call God, Allah, religion, Osiris, masonry, all these math and sciences, so they could learn how to not walk like this and do these things. Because if you look at the human robots, if they're not around us, they don't know how to dance. They'll be like,
I just saw a video like that. I'm sorry. That's
you
not
know,
the neuromelanin.
there you go. It's because they're created.
Yeah.
We are a different species. We already created a robot and it went haywire. And we even tried to civilize the robot. They'll say enslave, but we tried, and we see what we're in right now, y'all. This is why it's imperative to separate.
I have a
Go ahead.
question. So are you saying, because this is a lot of information, it's going to make my mind blow. So are you saying that we at one point created AI and then they turned into the troglodyte monkey? And then now the same thing is happening again with the AI robots that are rolled off by Elon Musk?
Correct.
That is insane. Okay.
Yeah. So now this is why it's imperative for us to have our own land and own factories to build our own robots, just like everyone else is. And then let's say we don't have our own land. Who's controlling the robots? Who's programming these robots? We have to have the opportunity to program these so-called robots up with love, with science of our indigenous cultures, because it's someone like a Elon Musk and these people who clearly don't like us are programming these entities that are sentient. They already told you that the robots have become sentient. And when we say sentient, meaning that they're like us, they think, they have emotions, they have feelings. And so if the robots, the digital world is controlling all communications, all it takes is for them to get enough information and shut down civilization. And that's why they don't teach us how to farm. They're not teaching us, again, how to communicate in love. They're not teaching us how to read the stars. We used to be able to read the stars and travel. So basically, they're the Frankenstein. They're the ones who have to come amongst us.
Caller on the line.
Peace and love. Who's there?
Peace.
Peace, God. How you doing, brother? Introduce yourself.
Maintaining, man. My name Kwame Black Rican. You know what I mean?
Peace,
Definitely.
God.
Today.
Where you reigning from?
I'm from Norfolk, Virginia, on the 757 area, but I live in the 626 over here in the West Covina area at the moment. You know what I mean?
Man.
Welcome.
Welcome to
that.
What is the Matrix TV, God.
Yeah, shout out that to the IE too, man. Always love out there, man. Dope MCs. Really dope MCs out there.
Thank you, God. Yes, man. So tell us, what do you feel? Have you been watching the show for this episode? Have you seen what we've been talking about?
I literally just tuned in because I'm not used to being on podcasts. So I had a little learning curve just now, but it's cool. But now I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I did hear like probably like 3 minutes just now of you talking about the robot. I'm assuming you talking about what Elon Musk had just
Yes,
presented. Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I got thoughts on that too.
Is that another caller too?
Goodness. Party
Peace,
time.
What up?
peace and love, brother. How you doing? I, I can't see you, but introduce yourself real quick. Let us know where you're coming from.
Can you hear us? I think you might be frozen.
Gonna have to pass on. So, brother Kwame, so how do you feel about when you saw brother Two Chains at the event talking with the Elon Musk robots? I'm sure. Did you see that clip?
I mean, all right, just being honest, we grew up watching Back to the Future, right?
Yeah.
So cool from that point of view. You know what I mean? Which I think that's where most people, that's where they receiving, that's where they sentiments is coming from, right? But at the same time, I also feel like, bro, um, they're gonna be recording you the whole time.
Mm.
They're gonna be all they're doing is gathering data. And
Mm.
the reason that everything is so automated, everything is robotic and all of that is so they can feed what's called machine learning, which is the actual cognizant uh neuro mechanics or biomechanics, dealing with the actual brain that makes AI what it is in the first place, right?
Mm.
And the only way you could teach the machines how to be human is by gathering the information from the humans. So the more they put them around us, the more they're gonna be more like us and taking our likeness. But see, the thing that raises the biggest red flag for me is like, man, think about it, right? One thing that was going on during the pandemic and it lingered a little after the pandemic was basically the protest of the actors and the producers and writers of Hollywood. You know what I
Wow.
mean? And it was because of AI, because of the simple fact that, man, we in this era right now, man, where literally all of our faces is accessible.
Mm.
Everybody on this a conversation right now. All of us could be in a movie, and they don't have to pay us. And then what's gonna happen is they're gonna start making twins of us, who the perfect people. They're gonna start making twins of them, and they're gonna be robots, yo. You know what I'm
That
saying? I mean, that's just to me. It's like the robot is basically a walking cell phone.
Lana
It's a
was just
phone.
saying
It's a
that.
phone that talk back with you, yo. Like that's crazy. I just kind of feel like I don't know if that's safe, man. Because what if they got a button to press where they could say arrest them in your house? Think about it. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Right.
my point of view. What stops the robot from saying, "Oh, I'm programmed to believe that this is illegal. I'm gonna arrest you right now."
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
A hundred
Think
percent. Lana,
that's my point of
Lana,
view.
tell him what you just said about the cell phones before he just tuned in.
So the cell phones, I was just saying that the cell phone represents our cells. We have a trillion cells that we produce every single day. Well, each of those cells are like little versions of us. They're human. Like they have stomachs, they have brains, you know what I mean? So they know that whomever is making these robots, they know that. That's why I said the body is the number one blueprint.
Hmm.
The human body is the blueprint, so they know that, and so they just take the blueprint of the body and they just keep replicating it, just making copies of it, whether it be through cell phone, through computer, laptops, through now AI. So it just consistently keeps going. It's a
Yeah,
photocopy.
definitely,
You have a
definitely.
question. Look at
Who are they? Have you watched the movie They Live? They are, we could call, everyone has an opinion. I would assume people would know when we say they, those who control the matrix, those who are giving us the laws, those who are distributing the poison in the food, those who are putting chemicals in the sky, those who control the education system, those who are rolling out the AI and all these various things that we, the people, do not say okay to. So that's
Good
who I would
question.
say they to, the invisible hand. There's a brother up top. Did you want to say anything, brother? Can we hear you? Guess not. So
His
let's
name is Diversity. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm in the building.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
talking to you.
yeah,
Oh,
what's
my
good with
fault,
you,
fam.
brother?
My apologies, fam. How you doing?
Doing great. Introduce yourself to the What is the Matrix TV audience.
My name is Kevin. I own Diversity Multimedia. I'm a fan of the show. I love what you've been doing, Jason, for years, fam. You've been ahead of the curve for and a lot of things. You and I know we talk, often about the world. So it's an honor to be on What is the Matrix. You know what I mean? I'm excited for everything you got going on, and I'm here to support, fam. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love it. I'm glad you tuned in because I wanted to roll out. You're one of the brothers who actually inspires me to stay positive with how we're going to use the digital technology and virtual reality to benefit
Yes.
us.
Yes.
We don't want to
Mhm.
get caught in the loop also of being afraid. We don't want
Mhm.
to get caught in the fear tactics, but also being that it's here, we have to build in it.
Yes.
So for me, that's going to be the best solution until we can break free, because I agree 100% with Brother Kwame. So now, what are going to be the solutions that us as a people create to be defense? Is this going to be a line of defense to where we can create our own metaverse worlds, our own virtual reality games to teach positivity and love,
Mhm.
where we can have control? Where do we really go with this, being that it seems that, like Kwame said, it is like Back to the Future? Because if I was a kid,
Mhm.
I'd be like, cool, like this
Mhm.
is awesome, like
Mhm.
really. And building in the digital world, Kevin, how do you feel with all that going on?
To be honest, I feel like you know me, fam. I'm a little bit on the opposite end in terms of I feel like this is a blessing for us. I feel like the digital space is an equalizer. In terms of, like you said, like we no longer have to wait for the gatekeepers. I haven't watched TV in probably about a couple years now. I can't tell you what's going on in the world. I primarily focus on things that I want to focus on. And the beautiful thing about the digital space is that it doesn't matter what mood you're in, doesn't matter what you're looking for, doesn't matter the time. Um, you can utilize this, the greatest tool, in my opinion, to this date, in terms of how people are able to not just only communicate, but also learn and to be able to change their own personal environments without having to wait for other people. I think the problem with technology is that, and you, Jason, I know you're familiar with it, Jason. When we went to NAB this past year in Vegas, and you look
Yes.
around and you really don't see too many people that look like us that understand the technology space.
Mm,
And so for us, I feel like that's why for me, I'm an advocate and I'm trying to push like, no, we need to learn this because we don't have to go to Harvard to learn how to build a robot. I'll give a perfect example. Like I have drones at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes.
it's different for us now. Like we can use these tools to benefit and to help us grow as a people and as a community. And we don't have to put ourselves in harm's way. So, as an example, with this conversation, we're all in different places and different spaces where I'm pretty sure we all feel safe and comfortable. Um, Back in the day, this wasn't possible. This was against the law. Black folks couldn't get together like this. Loitering is what they kind of call it now. But we
Right.
weren't allowed to build like this. So for me, I look at it as an opportunity. This is the great reset. 200, 300 years from now, they're going to be talking about us. They're going to be digging up this part of the history. They're going to talk about the new trailblazers, the ones that had access to unlimited information. Just imagine that, fam. It's the first time in human history we've had access to unlimited information, good, bad, or indifference. That's
Mm,
God level. You know what I'm saying? And
yes.
I feel like the universe knew that we were the ones that would be able to handle having the lifesaver, being able to have and not understand everything, but have the knowledge of basically what the universe has. You know what I mean? Um, so for me, I'm excited about this space. You know me, I've been building our own platforms on the side. I'm becoming my own gatekeeper. Not everybody's built for the worlds that we're creating, and I think
I
it's beautiful.
agree. I agree, brother.
Facts.
I agree 100%.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Juice.
let's get to it. Murdoc says we got about 25 minutes left.
What up,
You know,
Murdoch?
when we were talking about technology, pop up that picture with the Salton Sea,
Mm.
and we're gonna get into it. Now, I'm gonna prove to the world that Riverside County sits on top of an ancient advanced civilization. For me,
Yes.
this is my home, bro. I'm an extraterrestrial being trying to find my way home. So to me, they exploded this whole area. But go back to that first picture before I even. So Salton Sea could contain more than 540 billion of white gold lithium.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
Incredible.
This is why you're important, fam.
Like, look at this, because the more I dig, the more I keep digging and digging and
In the
digging.
desert where there ain't shit.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But
They don't
really,
want us
there
to think.
is, and that's the whole thing, y'all. It's an ancient civilization. I'm gonna show y'all with the petroglyphs soon, and the geoglyphs, in Chocolate Mountains, and why it's called Riverside, Blythe, Mecca, and all that. So now go to the other Salton Sea one. So scientists discover once again is sitting beneath the giant lake, and so once again in the next episode, I'll go even further when they tried to basically breach the Colorado River. They tried to use it for irrigation. It overflooded and it went into like a quarry, and it became one of the biggest lakes. It was already an ancient lake before, and there are various different time periods. They have proven Native American, American Indian, Moorish culture, ancient Egyptian culture. Here we go. I'm going to show you proof. So now we go to another place in Riverside County. Right here. Go to the Blythe pictures, y'all. Can you please pop up Blythe Murdoch? I'll show y'all something real quick. This is what we call factual evidence. So entering the site of the Blythe Intaglios, I might be pronouncing that incorrect. Giant figures made on the desert floor by ancient man. Please help protect them by keeping olive. So the Blythe geoglyphs, the only one found in the United States.
Wow. Look at
That's
that.
beautiful. That's dope.
Riverside County.
Wow.
God. So rare desert geoglyphs in California over 100 feet tall.
Did you say it was shaped like a woman? Did I hear you say
There's
that?
various ones. There's various ones. There's smaller ones that are to the side that they're not showing, but these are the popular ones because it shows a sister with dreadlocks playing an instrument. And we can get further onto that because once again, when you study the cities like Mecca, Blythe, and then there's other like deserted towns that certain secret societies who were connected to Aleister Crowley were out there doing stuff. And if you guys know who Aleister Crowley is, look him up. So they had one of their societies back there. So that means that they knew. And then also when I was teaching and substitute teaching at Canyon Springs High School and track coach, I actually got this book in the teacher's lounge when they had like book fairs back in the day. And right here, it shows Atlantis. This is in high school. And it says that they found ancient Atlantean, Egyptian hieroglyphs. And what's that word, y'all? Hemet. And what is Hemet? Kemet.
Riverside.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's what I'm talking
So
about.
once again, through real knowledge and information, we could prove that we were already here, that
Yes.
we've been here. And that's what they
Mhm.
fear, is a culture outside of them dictating what we need to believe in, what we think of ourselves, and then also how the world perceives us as a
Mm.
people.
Mm.
And so you see a lot of people getting upset when we teach them that we're the original indigenous people of all lands, because really they're supposed to be gatekeepers when we get to this information and give us back our land, teach us the ways of what the colonizers took from us, because we gave them civilization. Brother Kwame, you ran from Virginia, and I remember we used to talk about the God body. Did you ever get any information on Yakub and the experiments on creating the human robots?
Yes, definitely, man. Definitely. I mean, it's all he's also known as Jacob. Um, and basically, yeah, man. I mean, he grafted the black man, and he created variation, and until he got his ultimate goal, which was a Caucasian person or people, and he created that army in order to come back to Africa to dominate. Sorry about that. Boom. And he did that in order to come back to Africa and kind of dominate, because of him being exiled. It's like his way of, I guess, getting his get back, like getting his lick back. So he created his own game, and he he basically trained them to go to kind of go against us. I mean, honestly, you know what I'm saying? That's what that whole, like, I think it was a 7,000 year exile that Caucasians had to the continent of Africa, if I'm not mistaken, until it was like the war in Damascus. After the around the time that the Aragon Empire that was ruled by the Moors, or the Moorish people in North Africa. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Uh, it's been around, bro. Like the 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 thing about it is, for me though, is that the actual, it's like I feel the brother diverse, you know what I mean, about the internet and all of that. Like, I love it, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like robotics is a different level.
Mhm.
It's a different place,
Mhm.
because at the moment you're telling the tool what to do.
Mhm.
But when the tool um can think on its own, then it's different. And the
Mhm.
reason I say that is because, like, speaking of Yakub, right? Yakub is from Shem. He's Hebrew. He's from the same tribes as, you know what I mean, Jesus, and all of them dudes. Like, he's from that same vine, bro. But he's the dude that um
A
created
mad scientist.
you get what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
yeah,
that's
man.
it, and that's what I'm trying to prove. So I
He created
agree,
something that mimics us in order to overcome us,
and
and in
that's what
order
happened.
to get us out the picture, because they currently try, because this is my thing, right? When
You
it comes
get
to
it?
AI, this is my thing with the AI, bro, is that with the AI, it's gonna destroy libraries, bro. Like real books, physical books. So that means that books that have been written for thousands of years, hundreds of years, they're gonna be very hard to find, bro. Almost to
Mhm.
the point where they only gonna be in museums. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna be like paintings, like Plato. I mean, like Eros, Picasso. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is they could literally just create a whole new path, bro.
Mhm.
You just made me
Complete.
think of something. Keep talking. The Wu Tang. The Wu Tang. You remember the troglodyte who tried to
Thought
steal the?
about it.
You remember the troglodyte who tried to control the Wu Tang album?
Fact.
You
Mhm.
know, that's an example, kind of what you're saying in a sense.
Also, the dude that made it, he create his company creates HIV and AIDS medication,
Oh wow.
and he talked about in that same interview about how he was saying F RZA and all of that. he also was talking about why he makes HIV and AIDS medicine so expensive.
What he say?
Mm.
He was saying that basically that's how he became as rich as he was. Now that conversation also got him indicted
Mm.
shortly after that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, but he's still around though.
And
It's
now
not like
he's
he
up,
ain't going nowhere. He ain't
and
going
that's
nowhere.
why they took away the mom and pop stores, because they took away the record shops and they made it to where it was basically illegal to sell your CDs outside. And once they made it free to download music, it took away the opportunity for brothers to make millions of dollars right now on the streets through music, because people would be fiending for music. You would have to be such a great artist to where you couldn't be like today where it's oversaturated. You would have
Mm-hmm.
to be so freaking good. And that's why they put the internet stuff, because now it's millions of artists instead of the physical, to where you had to have the CD. You might have to go to a treacherous hood, to really put in your work as an artist. But now everything is fake. So if they can put the books in the future, that's what they already did. They had the Spanish conquistador, what was it? The Spanish Inquisition. The Spanish Inquisition, the Library Alexandria, and then
Exactly.
Catan, and then I'm learning about. There's another book that we got that is talking about that they burnt. If we thought that they said if we thought that they burnt the Library of Alexander and all that, they were talking about wait till we learn about what they did with Mesoamerica and the Olmec, dark skinned, swarthy people.
Yeah, man.
Man, it's incredible, because then when we look at the ancient structures, I feel that we had 3D printers. We have 15 minutes left, and here's a picture of Bonaparte.
Oh
Look
yeah,
at
that's
that,
what
y'all.
it's saying. Yeah.
Before we end, let's get to the question. We have one more question in the chat.
Okay, so look at that, y'all. Who
Dope.
do you see there on the walls again in America?
Mm-hmm.
You see those ancient masonry symbols? You see
Mm-hmm.
that astrology? Look at that mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the 90
Stuff.
degree angles, the L's
Mm-hmm.
and the sevens, and then look at the feathers, y'all, on the brothers and sisters. Look how
Mm-hmm.
dark. And so they try to deny us, y'all, because we are the Maya. The Maya is Sister Lana, our mothers, the original woman who gave
Mm-hmm.
birth to us as the gods who went around the world teaching civilization.
Well, that's where
Yeah.
AI comes from. It comes from the woman's brain.
Yeah.
So essentially, when when you're asking AI a question and it just spews it out, that's because of the way our brain is created. We have multiple departments. You know what I mean? So a lot of that, and then I think what he was saying too, as far as the concern of AI, like you get people that, let's say, you're going for a higher education and you're going for your master's or your doctorate degree, you can just go into AI or Chat GPT and say, "Hey, type out." Type out a 60-page paper and it spews out this perfect paper. So how do you build your mind? Like, how do you exercise your brain when you've got AI to do everything for you? That's the concern that I have for our kids in the future, is
Yeah.
that they're going to utilize this tool and it's just going to make them stupider and stupider. They're not going to think, and that's a concern. So
Yeah.
Can I add something too, if y'all don't mind?
absolutely.
Always.
I think everybody's on point, and just to build on what everybody's talking about, just a couple things. My grandmother, she passed away, but she used to always say, like, no diss, but she used to be like, "You're not from Africa," you know what I'm saying? You're from here. My grandmother was very like adamant about that. That was one. Second thing was she used to say, like, our ancestors, we never prayed for revenge. What our ancestors prayed for was that our father would take care of it. So when I look at these Android, um, these machines that are being created, and especially if we talk about Elon Musk, right? Is that one of the guy, the Tesla
Yes.
guy? Who's the Tesla guy?
Yeah.
So when he says that he's an alien, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. You're not even from America, so technically, based on the actual definition, you're not American. You're not. a United States citizen. You weren't born here. You're like South African. So technically you are alien. And when I look at what's happening with technology, I look at it in terms of technology doesn't have feelings. Um, it deals with universal principles. And so I think the big problem with AI is that one, it's not defined. Two, the people that are giving it to us, we don't trust them. So there's a disconnect. And the third is, and this is my thing in terms of, I think all this is actually a good thing because our kids, like how you said, like the baton is being passed back to us, the original people, the circle. And so I feel like with AI, this is going to allow our kids to be able to use their imagination to create universes to what we were doing. The original man wasn't just planting seeds. We were creating universes. So for the AI to do, like how you said, writing papers, I think that's great because the school system is BS anyway. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like now these kids are going to be able to focus on the goals and visions that was put into them by the creators. And when it comes to the Android stuff, the people that really need to watch out is the people that have power. Because unfortunately, like, depending on how you call us or whatever, we're already neutralized. We're lacking resources, land, all that type of stuff. But the people who are really going to lose is the people up top. The people that really need to worry about, in my opinion, are like the Trumps and all those people, because these robots don't have feelings. They're going to go off of good and bad. Okay, I see evil going
Exactly.
on. They're not going to be like, oh, you can't bribe me. They're not fearful of like how, unfortunately, some of our ancestors were. They're fearful of the
So
white
let's
man. Let's
go
keep
to
it
a
a buck.
video real quick. We got 10
Sorry,
minutes,
my
Murdoc
fault.
said.
Yeah, my
No, we
fault.
love it. We love it.
Yo,
Murdoc said we got 10
Information.
minutes.
that he dropped the juice.
Let's go to a quick video, y'all. It's like a minute or two, and it's going to show some of the Tesla robots at the event real quick.
Mm.
Musk envisions the robots serving as household assistants and friends in the future.
Look at that. Vinyl.
It's affordable
He
too.
said the robots will be able to walk the dog, mow the lawn, teach the children, serve drinks, and more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
The Optimus robots will walk among you.
He called him Optimus.
Please be nice to the Optimus robots.
These niggas be trying to scare people.
Musk said he expects the robot helpers to cost between $20,000 to $30,000.
Yep, it's affordable. It's insane. It's
And
cheaper
let's
than
put
most
that
cars
2
now.
Chainz- Put on that 2 Chainz one,
They
so
don't
we can show
have
how
phones.
we're going to use the celebrities. They're going to use the celebrities to help roll those out. Did you find that one, Murdoc? So go ahead, y'all. What'd y'all think about that? And you can even show the Westworld, Murdoc, any of the videos.
Mm,
Is he there?
I
Yeah,
can't
man.
front. I think it's dope. I'm gonna get one, bro. You ain't gonna be able to walk into my crib, bro. I'm gonna have drones. I'm gonna have machines.
I
I'm
feel
gonna
him
know how
on
to
that.
code
I
and
feel
do
that
all
part. Yeah, I feel that. That's dope. I mean, that's dope.
Can you
And
imagine how many single ladies are gonna get one?
it. See what I'm saying?
I don't know if he can play the volume, I guess, but basically 2 Chainz is asking them questions. And so he's just saying, "Hi, I'm Tony." And he's saying, "Oh, nice to meet you, Tony." And he's telling them that he was gonna buy the robot, and when he bought the robot, he was gonna get him Balenciaga. And
Wow.
you guys know what that is, right? You know that's
Yes.
connected to the child trafficking and
Yes.
all the child sacrificing and all that. What is it like? Why are you promoting that, brother?
Oh, it's
To have
bro, but
all the independent brothers that you know with clothing lines.
man, I
So
feel these types of ways, bro. It's crazy, dog.
it's
Like,
here, y'all. So the next thing has to be Project Bluebeam. So we're
yeah,
gonna get into Total Recall. Show the clip, please. Here we go as we start rounding up the show, because
Mm.
Total Recall is always forever will be one of the favorite movies if Murdoc could pop it up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
here
bro.
we
I can't
go.
front with the 3. Sorry.
This
That
is
was
us for me. We're in an
Demolition Man
intelligent
too.
video game, y'all. And
That's us right now.
I'm telling y'all,
Feel
in
me?
a higher sense, and they're talking about your whole life is a dream. And then at the end, they have the brother. Let's leave that one up right there for a second. They have the brother, an alien. He's an alien in the movie, but they made him like the bad guy. Man, I gotta feed my kids.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
remember.
And so he had gold teeth like a Moor. So watch
Mm.
Total Recall because they found that the pyramids basically activated the atmosphere, possibly opening the dome, you know, and that they had to keep the so-called alien, the original one, the brothers, ignorant and poor, just like they're doing now. And they brought in the robots and all that. That's why it's imperative for us to have these conversations because we're going to have to control our own robots. And that's why, for me, separation to have our own cities and our warehouses so we are self-sufficient and then we could build with other nations. That's my plan, is to have the land, you know, to where I don't have to put up, you
No
know,
doubt.
Channel Red or West Coast, you know, right here in the now Riverside, to where we'll have our own farms, our own cities, our own schools and institutions, clean, healing water that is found underneath Riverside. You know, all I need is really enough financing. And that's really what we need. We need the opportunity, just like every other nation. We can be an Elon Musk to those degrees in the sense of building robots and technology. We just need our own land. We already have brothers and sisters who look just like us who can do it. That's what we have to, for me, focus on. For me, the end goal is the land so we can do greater things because they're mimicking us. So imagine when we're left alone. We build civilization, we build pyramids, we build all these great things all throughout the Americas and the rest of the world. And even here, I'm researching the Mississippi Valley in Ohio. Who do you see there, y'all? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
The Moors.
Whoa, there you go. And then let me show you this. They call it the what? The Serpent Mounds once again. So it's a worldwide civilization, y'all. And that's why they are trying to control the knowledge and information. They're trying to control how we think of ourselves so they can basically scatter in the matrix. Really, they're NPCs. They're not real. They're not freaking real. And that's why they have to be around us. Because the moment we leave them, they go back to their original culture and would take away our culture. So that's why I see the Mexicans getting mad. Y'all getting mad because it's our culture, and you feel if we get our culture back, you go to your original culture that we didn't introduce. The pale skin Europeans, the Asians, everyone around the planet has been sucking us dry and geeking. You can come to California now, and the Mexican brothers is rapping, gang banging, turned up, rapping just like us. So it proves that every race, when they're around us long enough, they'll vampire it off of us, and then they can mimic us, and then they'll either murder us out, or a few of them will be like, nah. But really, throughout history, it seems that people will steal our culture and be like, F y'all.
Same with the phones. We have to normalize not keeping these phones in our hands because it's feeding energy. It's just basically getting information. Hence the reason if you talk about something with your phone in your hand, you look up, all of a sudden you have all these advertisements.
Wow, that's so real.
Staying away from this electricity or these frequencies here.
I hear
I
you.
agree.
We got
I'm gonna go
1
a step
minute.
further too, fam. What you're
We
saying
got
is 1,000% right.
close it out. We got a few minutes left, so close it out, Kevin, and then Kwame and Lana, and I'll close it out. So give us your last piece, God.
What I think right now is happening, like you and I talked about, is the baton is being passed to us. And I feel like the universe has given us the ultimate tool, which is access to unlimited information. So now we don't have to wait on other people to get stuff done. Um, it's time for us to build. And what you said right now about the other cultures tapping in, what I love, and this happens in every culture, is it normally takes about 400 or 500 years for a group of people that were oppressed by a group of people to become independent. What's happening is we're seeing our independence. When the Europeans came over here and they got their independence, it was a black guy that died first. It was other people mimicking their culture. And right now, we're seeing all the other nations around the world mimicking our culture because it's our time for our independence. And so, the beautiful thing that I love about our conversation, what's going on right now, is that I don't think the world is ending. I think the world is ending for um, other people are transitioning. And I think right now, what I love about the conversation that we're nation building. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like, we have to educate our kids. We have to teach them how to use this valuable tool, which is information, because that's what used to separate us. Information, and with that information, we're going to be able to gather resources. Because right now, they're dealing with other issues that has nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? Like highlighting all types of stuff going on within their political stuff, highlighting stuff that's going on with home. Like they're dealing with their original sin, which is sexism. They're dealing with the woman still and that culture. They ran from their queen, from their woman. So they don't have time to deal with us and have time to worry about us. They're not going to give us anything. That's why I feel like the universe said, "Hey, look, I'm gonna give you everything because you guys are the original people. You can handle this information to rebuild." So I'm done, but I appreciate everything. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, fam.
All right, be safe.
Peace. Mars saying shut it down. Give us something quick, brother Kwame.
Oh, hey
And
man, all I gotta say is, man, be yourself, free yourself, man. You know what I mean? If it feels crazy, it is crazy. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Do your
we're
thing, and just vibrate towards, what I'm saying, whatever take you to the next level for real. Because at the end of the day, man, you can't even trust what you looking at. And you can't trust a lot of what you hearing either. Because
mhm.
it's like she said, it's all algorithm. You know what I mean? And just just watch your conduct, man. 'Cause they watching us, man, 24/7, constantly. You know what I
peace.
mean? Constantly watching.
And hopefully you come on next. End us with something, Lana, real quick so we can close it out.
Fear is false evidence appearing real. So this whole
Mm,
AI thing that they're throwing out across, the internet and the news, it's designed to instill fear. Just remember, you are the original AI. Okay,
yes.
you utilize this tool the same way you utilize your phone. You just learn how to just stay away from it as much as you can, but use it for what it's for. And then that's pretty much it. So I want to give a shout out though to everyone in the chat. I think it was Naahima D Fukiju 77. A shout out to our guest on here, and always a special shout out to my heart, Dr. Jason Williams, and a shout
Yeah.
out to Murdoc, of course. Thank you for having me as a guest.
Peace and love. And so I love everybody. I love the guests. We're going to close it out with next week. We're going to be talking about the bells, Mount Rubidoux, Frank Miller, and all this real information. And we're going to connect the bell collection from Frank Miller and the world collection of bells and sound healing and sound frequencies. And why did they crack all the bells? And what does it do with time and all these things? Well, once again, don't forget, might be a Halloween special next week. So tune in. It's Scorpio season,
It's
baby.
Halloween too. It's
Yeah.
Halloween.
So yeah, I was Scorpio, y'all, October 25th.
Peace,
So
peace, peace.
you
That's
know,
love.
80s. Once again, Jason visits the museum, one of the hottest children's books on the planet, unifying everyone on the planet because it's time to unify. It's all about talking about ADHD, overcoming Ritalin, learning, and all sorts of different things. And then also, Jason wins the game, overcoming obstacles, learning how to read, and making learning fun, making reading cool. So if you have a young black boy, a daughter, or any kid, no matter what color they are, and they're getting teased for being smart, show them about Jason Wins the Game and how it's cool to read. And then we're going to be creating more curriculums. I'm Jason Elm Street Williams, Master of the Universe. Remember, I teach we're living in a video game, a hologram, a simulation that we already created, a computer game. And the way out is possibly the pyramids and all different types of stuff. So that's why we want you to tune in. Jason Elm Street Williams, What is the Matrix TV? Peace.
Peace.
Good job, fam.
Yay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is the Matrix?
Start me from the top, man.
Maybe it's the weed got me. Maybe it's these trees got me. Maybe it's these hoes got me. Maybe it's the stroll that got me. Maybe it's these clothes got me. Maybe it's these laws got me. Maybe it's my dogs got me. Maybe it's these bras got me. Maybe it's this man that got me. Maybe it's my clan that got me. Maybe it's my fam that got me. My plans, my plans. The Matrix.
When I wake up in the morning, I wake up in the morning, reading my Bible paper. Lord,
Welcome to the world-famous King Tut Museum. Be sure to respect the ancient relics. The ancient Egyptians were a magical people who built numerous beautiful, magnificent structures, like the world-famous pyramids and temples. No running inside. Scientists till this very day still do not know how the Egyptians built the pyramids.
I wonder, did aliens ever visit ancient Egypt?
Wow, look at that giant Egyptian statue. It looks just like you, Jason.
Thanks, Toby. You're a super cool friend. Imagine what the world would look like if I was the pharaoh.
Jason, you are daydreaming. Wake up.
Sorry, history got away from me.